So, it is my last weekend as a 7th grader, and I thought, well, why not commemorate this occasion by making a first, I suppose, official YouTube. This might count as a vlog. Right now I guess it counts as a ramble, but I'm planning on filming some upcoming stuff that's going to be happening, you know, in the last week of school. This is just me rambling, so if you want to skip ahead, might as well do it now. The end of 7th, well, the end of any grade, really. It sort of brings a nostalgia for me, and I'm not sure if this happens to other people. It might just be me, but, you know, you're never truly alone, so I'm sure there's somebody else that might feel the same way. Is that even before the school year ends, you might have a weird, or at least I have a weird nostalgia for it, even though it's not even over yet. It's not a memory yet, you know? I'm not a big fan of schoolwork particularly, but I do like the fact that going, especially to a public school, you don't get, like, as opposed to some of the private schools in my town where there are a lot of rich religious kids, and they tend to sometimes be all the same. But in my public school, you know, you get a quite bit of variety of kids, and you can make, you know, well, duh, you make good friends. But there are some people that you become friendly with purely because you have classes together. And if you're not super close with them outside of school, you probably won't see them until next year, provided you have the same classes. So it's kind of sad that you're going to not see them for 3 months, but 3 months isn't that long because it's only really 1 trimester of school. And considering how quickly this school year flew by, it shouldn't be too long. Yeah, and then that'll be it. I will no longer be a 7th grader, I'll be an 8th grader. Which is kind of weird to think about, because there are a lot of really annoying 8th graders right now, and I cannot wait for them to just go to the high school so they can be away. I hope I don't become, well, hope I don't shed my 7th grade cocoon to form an annoying, fluttering 8th grade butterfly. That was a weird metaphor. Oh my god. Switching hands, let's try to be ambidextrous. I better not spell this. I'm nervous, it's not actually. As it reaches the end of the year, teachers tend to run out of ideas for what they can make us do, you know? They can't really grade anymore because the grades are locked, as they say. And they have probably run out of PG movies that they can show us, and they don't just want to show us movies for the rest of the year. So oftentimes they'll make you write a reflection or even a letter to yourself, which you then open next year, the end of next year. Speaking of movies, my humanities teacher, he was super cool. on Tuesday, because not on Monday, because we do have the day off, he showed us this movie. I think it was just called Lincoln. It's about, well, who could have guessed it? Abraham Lincoln. And it is not the most school-appropriate thing. Lots of curse words. I'm not complaining. I curse like a sailor on LSD, so. Except not in video, because like, well, I might. I just don't feel the need to right now. I'm not having, what's the word? Anyway, while we were, I guess, reflecting, it sounds weird to say out loud. I don't know. We use an IB curriculum, so teachers are very heavy on making us do problem-solving stuff and also reflecting on what we did. And so we've had a lot of time to reflect over the year. And a lot of my classmates agreed with me. You know, 7th grade was went by pretty quickly, but a lot happened. It was just a roller coaster. Roller coaster is not the right word. I would say a shit show would be a more appropriate term to use. I'll have to refill my tea soon. Wow, that's so unnecessarily long. Yeah, I would mostly write about my adventures in using Duolingo to, you know, explore one language and then deciding, you know what, this language seems cooler, and then just leaving the course there and not removing it, therefore ending up with around 25 Duolingo courses and spam emails of the sobbing green owl with a gun to its head saying, you better practice your Italian, or something. However, I have kept up, well, not that well. I've been studying Mandarin Chinese for, 9 years now. Still only know the basics. I mean, I can have a conversation if the person I'm talking with is an idiot or treats me like an idiot. And you know, you gotta treat things as they are, so, you know, they would be right. So that's been going pretty well with my classmates. Also, I got to see a friend who I haven't seen in 9 years. She was in whoa there. I need to learn how to, can someone teach me how to talk again? Anyway, I got to see her after a long time and it was great. She's super nice. I recommended 2 books to her, both of which I lent her copies of. So that was a very good part of this year. And there were other parts, you know, just unnecessary drama with friends, some of which was my fault, some of which was others. And I try to avoid that kind of stuff because it can get bothersome when you're trying to get other stuff done, you know? Well, if it makes sense, 7th grade this year has been a very, I was about to say extreme, but then I realized a better word would be eventful. It's been a very eventful year, as I said, you know, drama with friends, not nearly as bad as some though, Jesus. Making new friends, lots of them, or one-sided friendships, I suppose. I can talk too much sometimes, that's why I'm mindlessly talking to my phone camera. You know, taking up a new language, okay, let's review. Chinese I've been studying since I was 3. Spanish I started taking in 1st grade, because you had to, and I've taken up Korean this year, and it's interesting, well, okay. Alright, I'm going to promise myself that I won't go into this tangent, it will be for another time. Anyway, it's been a very eventful year, so there's that. And there was also, it was very ambitious as well. I've been working on piano music quite a lot, a little bit of electronic music. Sorry if you hear my cat clawing up the carpet in the background. He's very chubby, so it's good for him to get some form of exercise. Anyway, so I've been working on music quite a lot. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna film random stuff I'm doing over this 3-day weekend, and then I'll film the field trip. Actually, you know what? No, we're not closing this ramble now because I want to describe what I'm gonna do next week as like a preview, if you will, of the next episodes in Ware's. Okay. I can't stay on one topic for more than 2 seconds, I swear. Okay, quick explanation for my needlessly minimalist channel name. So, I don't want to be that person, but yes, I am trans or just like gender confused. I just couldn't care less, really. But because I am pretty sure that I am transgender, female to male, not that it really matters, but anyway, I don't want to be that, like, you know, Tumblr transgender. They're like, oh my god, how dare you misgender me? Because if you think about it, if you're cisgender means that, just in case you don't know, that you were, that you're comfortable with the gender that you were assigned at birth, like the opposite of a trans person. You know, if you, let's say you're a cis guy, and you are not a dick, and someone, for some reason, accidentally refers to you as she or her, you wouldn't get wildly offended and correct them and go cry in a closet for 10 weeks, would you? No, not by any means. So why should it be any different as a trans person? But that's just my view. You know, gender dysphoria is a serious issue, but I feel like at a certain point, it's just one of those things that it's best to keep to yourself. It's good to have an outlet, but you shouldn't force that stuff on other people. I've been doing air quotes way too much. My fingers are gonna ache after this. Yeah, you know, it's like forcing it on other people. And if, you know, people don't want to use your preferred pronouns, you know, if they're doing it to hurt you, you know, there are dicks, but like, whatever. I mean, that's their problem, not yours. What was the subject at hand? Oh yeah, so because of that, I kind of have 2 names that both start with a C, so I just sign most stuff Ware, because my last name is Ware. Anyway, yeah, what am I going to be doing next week? We've finally gotten back on track. I knew I could do it. I believe in myself. So, Monday we have school off, no duh. On Tuesday, I will be going with a lot of other kids at my school on, is it a train? I think we might be taking a train. Yeah, either a train or a school bus, I guess you'll find out when I film it. And we'll be taking that to Springfield. So, well, I was about to say maybe it must be a train, but I remembered in 5th grade we went to Indiana to a camp for 2 days, and we took a school bus then, so I don't know. But I'm pretty sure it's a train. Anyway, we go to Springfield and we look around at all of the America stuff on America Day. Oh god, I'm too Chicagoan. I'm just too liberal Chicagoan to be able to say that and make it sound like genuine redneck. It's just, I'll never find that potential. Anyway, I'll be taking the train/bus there, and hopefully I'll be with some of my friends. I'll be there with 2 people who I will not mention by name if they don't want to be, because I don't know how they feel about, you know, internet privacy. And then we're gonna go look around at all the America stuff, and then we're going to go to a, I believe, relatively fancy place for dinner, because they did have to make reservations. So that's gonna be fun, and we're gonna feel super official. So then, on Wednesday, I believe that, what are we? I don't know what we're doing on Wednesday. We have a film festival at some point that week. No, okay, we have a film festival on Wednesday where I think, well, there's 2 possibilities. One is that we watch movies, or another one is that